everyone. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about henna today and the benefits that come from it, and I want to show you exactly how I apply it to my hair. I've been using henna now for a couple of years, and I started using it when I began my hair journey in October of 2010, and I swear by this stuff. This stuff, like I say about everything, is amazing. And I started out with very thin hair from relaxers and always putting color in my hair and just over processing and heat damage, and it was very thin, very limp. And so I started to read about henna, and I saw all the benefits. So I was like, let me just give it a try. A lot of you probably are wondering, what is henna? And henna is just basically a plant. It's a natural plant and it grows, and a lot of people just put it in their hair, and they've been doing it for thousands and thousands of years. A few of the benefits are, for my hair, it has made my hair stronger, thicker, shinier. It also helps with coloring if you want a way to darken your hair a little bit. And I will put a link to a website that I found that explains everything about henna and what it is, the pros and the cons, and everything you need to know. Okay, so you want to start off with a big plastic bowl, and you want to use a big bowl because this will get messy. Then you want to use some latex gloves to protect your hands. And you definitely want to protect your hands, because if you don't, the henna will stain your hands. And like I said, it gets very messy, so you don't want it all over everything, all over your hands. Okay, now I'm going to take my henna, and I got my henna from My Organic Market, and it is 100% organic, so it doesn't have any additives or chemicals or anything like that. Then I'm going to take that and I'm going to pour it into my bowl. Make sure you get all of it out, because you want to use as much as possible on your hair. Then you're going to take boiling hot water, and you're going to slowly pour half of it into your henna, and you want to mix that with a spoon. Okay, and keep mixing it and mixing it. And as you can see, it needs some more water, so we're going to add the other half of our water and keep mixing. And you're going to use about a cup or so of water, give and take a little, so make sure you just play by ear and see how much it needs. And you want it to be a good consistency. You don't want it to be too runny, and you don't want it to be too thick. Okay, now that it's all mixed up, we're just going to add a few other things like coconut oil. You don't have to put an exact amount, just put as much as you like in your mixture. And you're just going to mix that up as well. And I like to add coconut oil and also some conditioner, because it helps to condition my hair, because the henna will tend to make your hair feel a little bit dry afterwards, even though it is deep conditioning. So you just want to add these oils. You can use anything you want. I just prefer conditioner and coconut oil. Now you want to start off with an old t-shirt, because it will get messy. And you also want to start off with some petroleum jelly, and you want to protect your hairline, because it will stain your hairline if you don't. So you're just going to apply that Vaseline all over your hairline, the nape of your neck, around your ears, everywhere. Okay, now you want to part your sections in about 1 to 2 inches. And I'm just doing that so that when I start my henna application, it'll be easier to get to each section. And you can skip this step if you want, but for me it makes it a whole lot easier. Now you're going to have all your sections in your hair, and I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections. Okay, now you're going to take your henna, and it should start getting a little bit brown. But you're going to take your henna and you're going to apply it from your roots first, and you're going to apply it just like a relaxer if you've ever had one. It's the same process, except you're going to apply it all over your hair. And you want to coat your hair, like really saturate it, because this stuff does condition your hair, and it will put a reddish tint to it. So just make sure you get every spot as best as you can. As you can see, I'm parting my hair in the sections so that way I can get every inch of my hair. And if you have more hair than I do, you can always buy 2 things of henna and just double the ingredients so that you can make more. Okay, now that that section is totally coated with henna, you are going to twist it up and then just secure it with a clip so that way you can move on to the next section. Then you're going to take your next section, you're going to do the exact same thing. And you're going to do the exact same thing throughout your whole head, making sure that you coat every inch of your hair and that it is well saturated. Okay, you clamp that as well. And as you can see, it is very messy. That's why I said to wear gloves. I hope you did. And then you're going to take whatever leftover mixture you have and you're just going to put in places that you see is missing henna. And as you can see, I do have a little bit of mess on my forehead, but I will clean that up. Okay, now you're going to take your plastic cap and put that on your head, and you can leave this henna on for about 60 to 90 minutes. Alright guys, I hope you found that very helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave it below, and please subscribe if you want to see more videos. Thank you for watching.